Hmm. Save those for now. All right. Mirrored attribute. Separate. Well, something like that. Or scale together. I want to scale without worrying about sides. So All right, so this one should work by itself. So scale together. True would put it here. So let's swap them. A scale vector would be the most useful rather than just scaling one way or the other. Scale each axis. Um, okay. Let's do another. Duplicate eyes. Let's set nose back to 0. And then this is going to be awesome. Okay. And we can just make any attribute we want. Or some more cheekbones than cheeks. Let's rename this cheekbones. Cheeks. Will be the next one. Yeah, I could do like an emaciation slider as well, pretty easily. Okay, I do want to adjust the scaling attribute option, even though it's my most complicated one so far. I do want to be able to scale either direction, so all I really need to do for that is, instead of scaling the whole thing, what we'll do is separate XYZ. Take a input. This will be a vector. We'll call this scale vector. Get rid of this. So we take each of these. Well, I don't need to separate it actually. We can just do vector math, multiply, boom. And then input R. Scale vector. Okay, let's go up. And then this goes into our input now. Right here. Get rid of scale here. Move up scale vector. And pop it out. Our actual thing here. Scale vector. Okay, so now I should be able to scale them all together. Or just to the side and stuff. Okay, it's doing too much right now. Still needs to be scaled, vector scaled by the attribute. So it'll still scale, but use this. Oh, and we crashed. What? I lose my scale vectors. All that work for nothing. That's okay. I can still add my... In fact, we can just make it even simpler, which is vector multiply. One should be the default. And we'll put this into the input. We'll call this scale vector. Move it here. Up. Save. And then up one more time. So for example, we can scale up the cheekbones. We can also scale them just this direction. And then also move them. Wow, that is amazing. Really do some odd things here. Next, I wonder if I can make some gizmos so you can visually drag it. For now, I'll just go with sliders. Kind of the expected. So we'll do another one for now. I can fucking type. Get hungry. It'll be interesting. So probably can only use scale. Oh no, that works sort of. It does kind of work, but it's only stretching the middle. I think we would definitely want to use scale instead. Let's say 1. Right, scale vector. We're scaling together. We're gonna get a lot of that, aren't we? So, we did the scale vector for this one. Also go to node, cool, group or whatever. Scale vector default should be all ones. These should be Dog's barking next to me. So, scale attribute. Scale everything here. Then we just want to do a vector. We do it afterwards? Well, we can always swap it. Vector math. Multiply. Set it to 1. Do input. Put it right there. Then we'll go up 1. And we can use our scale vector. Here, save. Go back in. And just rename to scale vector. How many times can I say scale vector? Let's scale together. Just the X value. This is gonna be so much fun. I'll move it on the X. That's difficult. Alright. Cool. So now we can scale the mouth. I could encapsulate these even more. And maybe for like a final, if I was going to package it out to sell, I would. But for now, we'll leave it alone. All right, let's do some more. Now let's shrink a little bit more. And invert and remove. Go back to weight paint and smooth. Duplicate this. Ears. Do not scale together. fix this slider at some point. We'll want perhaps a bit more influence. Just right there. Hello, Arctic. Good morning. We're making some character sliders. So the dog's barking again. Just kill me! Kill me now! Yeah, I guess we'd want one just for the entire head. What the? Oh, it's because I got the smooth position on. What the hell is happening? Beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. I think we just go through and we make the whole enchilada. Boom. some of them are going to need a scale. Hello, Snardum. Welcome. We're making a character creator. So I just been trying to do my NPC stuff, and I realized I can just do it through geometry nodes. It was really not that bad. It's just a vertex group, and then you just start adjusting things. Node setup shape keys for modifications as well. I will include shape keys, but that'll just be for the facial rigging. Other than that, we're gonna do everything through geonodes, and then create some scripting to move the rig onto the altered character. Making the stained glass kitties. It's a bit bittersweet as I'm looking through old photos of my boys. Oh, I'm so glad smartphones have decent cameras now, as most of their pics are taken on proper camera, so not as many of them. And more recent cats. Gotcha. Well, I've also really been trying to take a lot more photos just in general. It's so, life goes quick. I'm gonna try to record things while they happen. So no muscles on-off kind of thing. I was wondering if how to include shape keys in a node setup character creator-like thing. Yeah, for the shape keys, I did create a little functionality here. And this is probably what I'll use. So you can just do a shape key to attribute, and then so it just saves it as a geonode attribute, a vector per point, per vertex. And then I just add a little prefix to it so that I can also bring them back to shape keys. So, and I just use cursor to make that. I want to add one more thing to our geonode, which is a scale position. So what we'll do is in here, the scaling one's really quite tricky, to be honest. You know what? We'll leave that for now. For now, I can work around it. I don't want to get too stuck in geonodes. I'd rather have all my groups in. More! And I can't wait to make some gizmos for this, because that will be even nicer than doing it just through sliders. We could actually go in and move things around and stuff. It's exciting. But we're just going to spend all of today making these, or at least the morning. Thank you. Yeah, how's your break going, Snardum? You enjoying your time off? Nothing but chores so far. Around the house, visiting parents. I know I have 4 days left for me time. I just want some me time. Which, very understandable. See what Blender Studios is up to. I did not. Well, I saw some sort of show that came out recently, but I don't know if that was the studio or not. Their next project is a game in Goodell. Oh, that's super cool. I think that's super smart, honestly. And it'd be great to see a even stronger bridge between the two. Between the two. That's awesome. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh. And what else? I'm sure there's going to be a million things I think of here, but I guess the head? That'd be cool. Maybe I'll look into trying to contribute. I wonder what kind of style or something they're going for. I already did the head. Well, that's okay. Let's do skull then. So that's a little more fitting for what I want to do. Here. Oh, shit. All right, let's see. Big brain. Biggie brain. There we go. That watermelon. Ooh. Any slowdown in the setup at the moment. My setup tend to sometimes get a bit jonky. Not at the moment. I know what you mean. Booty. There we go. Perfect. No, I honestly, with just like offsetting position, it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. Expect geonodes in general to be more efficient than a modifier stack. I hope so. I think, because my goal is to kind of sell characters, start working on NPCs to sell. So I think I will probably condense all of this into one geonode rather than being a bunch of separate ones. We'll see though. Probably takes an object in your setup and not the full stack. Yeah, it's just right now everything's just on the body here, which honestly is not the way to do it. It would be better to have it pointed at an object. Yeah, that'd be pretty simple to do. Got the low poly body we're looking at, and all these separate objects. I think I'm going to be able to make this work really nicely. But I can do variants, so we'll do in here Nora body testing. And we'll just, for now, let's duplicate this. And let's take that duplicate, put it right here. We'll call this body 0.004 or something. And we'll get rid of the mirror, get rid of the geonode. Well, you know what? I take it back. Because right now I want to be able to test fast. Otherwise I have to go back to the other object to weight paint. I suppose that's not too bad. Yeah, actually. Yeah, let's move this forward. One more thing. We'll make a body. Take this. Boom, boom. Copy modifiers. Take this. So now it has all the modifiers. We can get rid of this one. And then we'll do a add modifier, geometry node. Copy. And we'll add in geonode, copy mesh, or copy collection, something like that. Makes a little more sense. Geonode, copy collection, pretty simple. We want to first, I don't want any geometry in here. I don't even want to look at that geometry. Boom. Collection, info, relative, realize, boom, boom, and body main. You know what? I take it back. I will include the geometry. So that way I can stack them. This. Okay. All right. So now Cool. That way we have on this one all of our testing stuff. And thank you for that, Snarl. Thank you. And we can get rid of all this stuff so that we have our original and the one for testing. Cool. Oh, what else? Ears, eyes, nose. I guess we could get even more specific, like nose, nostrils. Slide it for just nostrils. Let's keep it general for now, but it's pretty good. What else to add? Well, something like the lip corner would be good. Lip corner. And we'll go to the main body. That sound evil, but as far as final touch, make a UI with control widgets as sliders with proper named things, grouped by face, body, etc. Probably not the most interesting of driver setups, but hey. No, I think that would be really, really useful. Right now, I'm testing things, but I think I could get everything into one GeoNode modifier, and then that would have drop downs and stuff. And then, because for certain attributes of this or certain properties, I don't need that for all of these. Or at least if I was going to hand it off to someone. So I think I could just kind of make do. Scale doesn't really make sense in this. Like those, like the scale properties don't make sense for the lip corners or displays and stuff. So, oh, and it crashed. Apparently, GPT 4.5 is about to drop. What? Did I lose my lip corner? Where I saved? Lip corner. Copy. It does seem to happen when I undo things, when I do an undo operation. So maybe I need to stop hitting that as much. Try to get out of that habit. Yeah, I really should put this all in the GeoNode stack because I really don't want to set it up. I don't have to move this giant stack each time. Say what? You pry my control and Z from my cold dead hands, sir. Gotta pry it from Blender's cold hands. Got some Joker aesthetic going on here. Yeah, we would want a lot of different attributes. Inner eye, inner eyebrow, outer eyebrow, nose bridge. Ooh, and then also adding the ability to rotate these would probably be the most powerful. This is displacing. Displace attribute. Okay. And lastly, the rotate attribute. So, what we'll want to do is take the position. So we take the stat of the position. Take the mean. And we take we'll do a vector, mix vector. And we'll want to mix the current position with this new position we're going to make. And then we're going to rotate went down the evil route already, so are you rigging this manually, or perhaps you could do something with nodes? Joking, I think it wouldn't be worth it for now, I think. So right now, the rigging, the character is already rigged. All I would really need to do is move the skeleton into place. And one thing I've made is like a pin bone position. So I take the bones and snap them to the average position of a certain vertex group, which is pretty heavy now. I mean, the amount of vertex groups I have is actually pretty insane. Like, we've got a lot of vertex groups. But these pin ones allow me to move bones with the same name to the proper position. But it's still a little manual to clean it all up. Really know how to rotate geometry. Geonode, rotate geometry. That's not quite it. Let's go back. Transform geometry. What happens when I do this? So, boom. Okay, like I thought, that's rotating the whole enchilada. So we would have to use the matrix then. But I don't remember how that works. Also, the gizmos would be really fun to add. Vector rotate. Blender, geometry nodes, how to rotate points. That's close. So we take position vector, we give it a position to rotate, and then we just run it. That's super easy. Okay. So take the mean, that's the center. Take the position, that's fine. Axis up. Now I want the Euler. That way I should be able to rotate them all, but then I need to send this to input. Okay. All this. Rotate attribute. We're definitely not done with that because I do need to be able to rotate both sides separately. It's going to rotate them all together. But I should have access to it. And it's not doing jack shit. Nice. Oh, it's because I didn't even set the position. Like a dummy. See anything moving. For some reason I keep messing that up. Okay. There we go. Creepy. Okay. So this works fine. But instead of using the name, we're going to take the attribute directly. Hello, Alvin. Welcome. How's it going? So we feed it this attribute. Thank you. Going all right. Just a bit tired though. Gotcha. Making materials. We are actually making a full-on character creator at this point. So for example, you can scale the hands. We've got eyes and stuff. So tons of little things that we're kind of tweaking right now. But we're kind of building up some tools in order to make character variations super easily. That's the hope. For now, we're working on a rotate attribute. You're trying to speed up your avatar workflow. Exactly. I'm kind of transitioning from doing commissions to making products. So I want to be able to make a lot of characters quickly. Let's hope. So right now we're working on this rotate, but I want to fix it so that we're only doing 1/2. So we need to compare. Or maybe a map range. Switch. Probably a switch. Take the float. Tired of comms, or are products simply more profitable? Bit of both. I don't mind commissions, but it does limit a lot of what it does. It's just not scalable. So I like working with people, but at the same time, commissions limit my ability to do other things. So kind of branching out because of that. Cool. So now we're rotating just one side. Is awesome. Then what we want to do is do this twice. Okay. So now technically they're separate. They're still doing the same rotation. So I need to be able to switch or flip the rotation here. So I think we would just multiply it by -1. Just on the X though? On the Y? That makes sense. Y is this way. Flip it. All right. That's creepy. But now we have the ability to rotate our attributes. So this will be rotate attribute mirrored. But we do want to be able to turn that on and off. Switch. Oh, okay. So this switch we just made is rotate together. And rotating the corners of the lips. That looks kind of weird. You can also rotate it together. Should twist the whole thing as one. Maybe rotate. Well, we have scale together. How about rotate together? Just for consistency's sake. That is a really nice part about geometry nodes is we update one, and now they're all updated. So if we want, now we can rotate the hands. Very cool. For the feet. Oh, the Z should be flipped too. And in the future, we'll just want to give it an origin. Rotate around. Super cool. Super cool. All right. What else? Will you be able to implement something to prevent people from just sharing the blend file? No. Well, initially I'm going to just use it to use it for just myself to make a bunch of characters. But I'll probably sell it as an add-on too. Realistically, I think that people would somewhat struggle a little bit because it's not enough to use just the geonodes. If you're missing, I'll still need to create a custom script for certain things like resizing the rig and other things like that. So I think an add-on makes sense. Ooh, sorry, that's my neck. I don't know why my scale is flipped. No. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do thickness. And we'll turn up the displace a little bit, 0.2. I'll go here and weight paint. Really, it'll be everything. Wow. That's a little intense. So a little odd. Not as exact as I'd want it to be. Oh, I see. I thought the character creator itself was the product you were making. It can be. It can be. I'm still not sure. I didn't really. This wasn't necessarily a game plan until this morning to make the character creator. I was just working on some other stuff, and it just kind of worked out that a character creator is kind of the way to go. Because I want to be able to make tons of variants, but it's pretty much a fool's errand unless you are able to automate it in some way. It's just too much. It's just straight up too much to do. All right, let's do another. Argante. Man accidentally sells goose when trying to sell eggs. Pretty much. Scale together, please. All right. Pretty cool. That will be useful. Now, we also would want probably some hips. But the cool part is, since I'm saving this all to vertex groups, is it's going to be really easy to move this work, move these vertex groups from one character to the next character to the next character. I don't really have to worry too much about not having it all figured out right now. I can just kind of refine it as I move on to the next characters, which I think I'm pretty ecstatic about. I think I'll need to also make sure I have a selection for the middle loop. Dude, Sam, I hear what you're saying. I see a lot of Rule 34 potential. I suppose you're not wrong. I suppose. It really annoys me that the weight brush doesn't actually fully remove the weight. I don't get that at all. Why does this and any of this have influence? Doesn't help either. Yeah, we can do. Oops. Chunky thighs. Pretty cool being able to make your own tools, though. I 100% agree. If you're interested in learning that as well, I definitely recommend getting a cursor or other tools, because then you can start scripting your own. You can just start scripting your own stuff. It's pretty awesome. You know, I'm using geometry notes to make this, but the tools I'll need to make on the to actually fully utilize this will be geometry node stuff. Or sorry, scripting. Ugh, can't talk today. You know what I mean, right? Right? Please say yes. Hello, Pablo. Welcome. We're making a character generator. Change haircuts last time? Yes, indeed. I'm a bald boy. Bald boy. Still didn't cut anything. Like a haircut? Oh, dang, I left the smooth position on all of these. That's gonna... start messing up my character. It's like, things are looking a little weird. Okay, that's better. I feel a little bit more confident that, yeah. I got good at modeling. I learned a lot about baking, but also hand painting, also about rigging, Roblox, bundles. Woo! That's awesome. Let's go, Pablo. Kicking butt. Alright, this music is boring. Let's switch it up. This one is a little too sleepy. Oh, the picture is really cool. Nice, very pretty picture. Probably should head to bed though, mostly just stop by. Well, I appreciate you saying hi, Alvin. Definitely get some good rest, and I'll be here tomorrow, so if you want to stop by then, and later today. I'm making Neo Metal Sonic right now. Do you have tips with the UV editing? Because there are so many parts. Well, if you're baking, always remember with baking is that you can kind of cover up things. Like a bake is just a cage over things. You don't have to make every part that's visible in the texture as geometry. You can always just bake it into the texture. Thank you. Good luck with Character Creator. Thank you, Alvin. Enjoy your rest. But in terms of Metal Sonic, in terms of... I would say don't try to fuse everything completely. I want to hand paint it. Okay, heck yeah. I think you'll... I don't have any specific advice other than I think you have a good handle on... You already have a good handle on kind of how to approach things in a general sense. I'd say unless you have like a more specific problem, I would be a little unsure of what to advise you. Oh, okay, good. Thought I crashed for a second. So if we move the chest, I'd want to move the arms too. Scale there. I guess it's more like torso than it is the chest. I don't know. That makes me want to adjust my hip group a little bit more. Then I could move the hips up and down too. Because that only moves this. Okay, let's adjust the hips. Excuse me. Okay, I think that's working better. Because then if I want to adjust the thighs, I have my own group for that. There we go. A zombie really quick. Cool. And the best part is I can always take this base, multi-res it. Easy. Oh. Oh. But resetting all of these individually like I have right now is going to be a pain in the butt. This definitely needs to be one gigantic geonode because this is annoying to work with as all separate modifiers. So why don't we do that now? We got an hour left. Let's spend that time moving it all into one giant geonode. So we'll do add modifier. We'll call this character attribute controller 1. Character attribute controller. It's a stupid ass name, but it'll work. And it really is just, what is this one? Attribute sliders. Yeah. And basically have a shit ton of them. Let's make sure that on this, the default, let's review our default values. So rename this to attribute name. What do iterations do? Offset blur. Or offset influence down 1. Displace, that sounds reasonable. Scale. Where is the scale? Oh. Doing this twice. Or make sure all my little nodes are saved. Beautiful. The scaling attributes. That's going to be a little trickier, which we'll get back to it because I definitely need to redo those at some point. Really don't feel like touching it right now, so I'll leave that alone. Oh, sorry. Review the default settings. Default should just be. I think smooth position is actually used. That looks good. Go up one. Delete this. Attribute slider is an odd name. I'm going to call this attribute controller. You can see my full body works perfectly. I had a little problem with the eyes, but I managed to fix it. Okay, heck yeah. Well, that's good to hear, Frank. That's very good to hear. Glad Frank is working well for you. Oh. Back in action. Man, do I have to hook each one of these up? Oh boy. When you can, send everything. Perfect. Yes, I will do that right now. Gonna be a big file. It's gonna be a very big file. Let's actually make a new layout, because this is very difficult to work in. Do GeoNode editor, and then our current properties, so we can look at all of the different groups, because we got a crap ton. All right, it's just zipping right now. Should take a few minutes, and then a few minutes to upload. And hooking up the inputs for all of these is going to be annoying. I should be doing this too. I actually do have to go to the restroom really quick, so. And should be uploading in just a moment, Frank. All right, boom. All right, it is uploading. Looks like it's uploading to the main folder. You might want to reorganize it, but for now, I'll be back. We'll go to the restroom. All right, we're back. Okay, I think I changed my mind about how I'm going to do this because most likely I'm going to have to do this again. And already it's proving to be a pain, especially once I have to create each menu for this. Ugh. So, we're going to go to the main avatar. Here. And for each of the vertex groups we've made today, we're going to rename. Oh, that's the body baked. I want the source assets, body, poly, wherever that went. There we go. Okay. True. We're gonna go through and we're gonna add, be a good word for it, like attribute. No, slider. It's too long. Oh, we'll know what it is. We just needed some sort of prefix. Edit underscore. I like that. So we know it's meant edit. So now we know that these are edit vertex groups. We've made them in order to make changes. Good. We're going to open cursor. Close this. We're going to go to scripts. We're going to make a new script. We're going to call this setup. Setup edit geo or attribute edit nodes. P1. So make a new chat. I create a Blender node script that takes a mesh object. Then iterate through the vertex groups. For each group, beginning with edit create a geonode, a new geonode modifier, and new node tree. Then iterate through the vertex groups. For each group beginning with edit underscore, create in the node tree these are painted. Oh, that looks awesome. That's very, very beautiful. Quick execution too. And a little paw top. Charming. Great work, Arctic. Can't wait to walk through it. The Cat Cathedral. Cathedral? Each group beginning with edit, add to the node tree the attribute controller one node. Assign the vertex, copy the vertex group name, to the attribute name property on the node, but without the edit explore. Oh no, actually, no, it should be. For each group beginning with edit underscore, add to the node tree the attribute controller underscore one node. Copy the vertex group name to the attribute name property on the node. Then add wire all of bit of a then add all the properties of the attribute controller node to the group input. Create a Blender node script that takes a mesh object. Create a new geonode modifier and a new node tree, and iterate through the vertex groups. For each group, beginning with edit underscore add to the node tree the attribute underscore one controller node, copy the vertex group name to the attribute name property of the node. Then add all properties, excluding the name, to the group input of our main node tree. Rename the input to the property name to the vertex group name plus property name. Try that. Where the fuck did it? Alright, should just, I mean, if it's working. Here we go. Oh. Geometry node tree object has no attribute inputs. Let's make a backup Gappy. That actually basically did work. Great stuff. At the moment, only one node. To clarify, is a custom node I created. I want to use this one. Oh wait. Shit. I may have given it wrong instructions. No nodes are being created in the node tree. Better. Right, boom. Oh, baby. That's intense looking. Gosh dang. Working though. I think. Yep. Great googly moogly. Oh, look at that geonode. um, Great. This is working awesome. Few things to change. First, for the input names, let's actually remove the edit underscore prefix. Secondly, for each node's inputs, I would like to add them to a collapsible node. Basically, for each node, group its inputs in a bracket. The naming worked fine. No panels were created or wired. Alright, I think that's fine. Just gonna have a gigantor amount. Thanks so much. No other changes. Big. Alright, but now everything is nicely named. I don't have to hunt everything down or rename it. I think. Ah. Really, one question. Are the input values being changed? From the nodes, my custom nodes, default values. It should be pretty minor. But should be able to scale up now. Offset, etc. All right. Beautiful stuff, everyone. Beautiful stuff. So we'll call this body editor 1. All right, that is a great point to end it. We're basically set up for success at this point. Oh, never mind. We're missing stuff. Where's my blur? Maybe that's it, right there. If I do, let's do the stomach again. Displace. Oh, there we go. Stomach blur iterations. Aren't doing anything. Okay. We'll just do a little blur position. So position, set position. You know what? I'll get rid of it on the offset of blur that we're doing in here. It's not really a reason to do that. now we can call it. I think we've made a pretty fully featured and extensible system. It is intense how many options we have, and there's bound to be a lot more in the future. Hopefully I can get the paneling stuff set up in the future so it's collapsible, but either way, I'm pretty excited with it. Anyway, I'm going to call it here for the morning session. I will be back soon, and we'll do another full 4 hours of creating avatars, editing things, etc., yada yada. I think we're in a really good spot for making additional characters at this point. Awesome stuff. Enjoy life. Thank you, Snardom. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, Snardom, if I don't catch you later. Same to you, Arctic. And hopefully I'll see you all in a little while, but definitely enjoy your break as well. See you soon.